Hi, Michael. Hi, Lord Ahriman. How are you?
I'm doing all right, thank you.
Okay, Lord Ahriman. Dark Funeral is returning to Chile after almost 7 years. What are your expectations of this upcoming tour?
I don't know. I mean, we always had a good touring in Latin America and also in Chile, and we're looking forward to come back. And I guess it's going to be fucking awesome shows as always, But this time, we're going to deliver something better than more crazy than before. If you have, I said it before, and feels like Dark Funeral is better than ever live nowadays, and it feels great to be able to come back and show that to our Chilean fans also. Uh,
Okay, Michael, but this time you'll be playing in four different cities in Chile. Normally you come only to Santiago, but this time are four cities. Is amazing, including some places that normally they don't get international events. They only see local bands. How do you feel about bringing this black metal ritual to a wider audience?
yeah, I mean, it's great. We always like to go to places where other bands usually don't go to. We've been doing that for ever since we start touring. We were one of the first band to play so many countries in the late 90s, early 2000, and and we still like, if there's a place if there's an interest to bring Dark Funeral, we go. We always like to explore and meet new fans wherever they are. So this is it's just great, to be able to do more shows this time in Chile.
Cool. And this time you are celebrating 30 years of the secrets of black arts. How did you approach to designing the setlist of this tour? Can fans expect the full album live, or are some only some songs?
Well, what we are kind of celebrating now is the debut mini CD, the EP, Not the Secrets of the Black
Ah,
Arts. That
excuse
came
me.
out in '96. So that's next year. We got some ideas for that. one step at a time. But yeah, I think we have a great set list. We might tweak a song or two just because we want to do it. But we've been doing a set list for a while with some small changes, and the crowd have really liked it. And every time when we go on tour, we try to always try to bring something for the old fans and also for the newer fans. Uh, and I got the feeling that the set list and everything we're doing now really brings all that together, because that's what I've heard from people who saw us on the recent tour in Europe. Uh, they felt like we managed to combine the past and the present in a very good way, and that feels really good to hear that from fans and also from journalists, uh, that they understand the idea of the set list and that it really works the way we want it to work. So I think everybody gonna love what we are doing now on this tour.
Okay, and this music, your first music, was became one of the most influential music of black metal. I think you can talk about black metal today and in that time if you are talking about the first songs of Dark Funeral. How do you think? Because why that happened? Why you think that your music was so influential? And now you say these new bands that are mixing black metal and prog metal in the end are doing the same that Dark Funeral do in those years.
Well, maybe I mean, we that was nothing we had in our mind that it would be such a big impact on the scene. But we approached the whole idea when we put the band together. We wanted to create something darker and more extreme than anybody else were doing at that time, and we were not really afraid of trying new things and bringing new stuff to the music. And I think that was that's I guess that's something many bands miss these days. You know, they want to follow the safe kind of made up rules how to create a black metal song. Bands in my generation, also the bands before us, they always got to be a few bands who you know, who isn't afraid of, you know, bringing something new to the table, if you know what I mean. Uh, and that's, I guess that's what we managed to do. We wanted to do it. You know, we had that in the whole idea was to bring something more extreme to the table, and it seems like we succeeded with that. And yeah, now 30 years later, it feels great that, you know, what we had in mind really panned out really well, and it made an impact. That's great. But as I said, you know, it always takes bands who are not afraid of bringing new stuff to the table.
You do that in those times because not only there aren't rules because and you haven't rule in your mind. You did. I want to do this music. I want to put this and put that, and no one cares. I don't care what the people say. I don't care what the media says. I don't care what MTV says. I want to do what I want to do, and
Exactly.
I think that's important. Do you think that music right now, even in metal, try to follow rules because the media, because the management, but that is it's destroying the metal itself.
Exactly, but I guess that's why we're one of those bands who have so much love and so much hate, because we've never been a band that follow any rules. We create the rules. We create our own rules. Nobody tells us what to do and what not to do, and it's always been like that. And you got to be very strong and very determined in what you want to do. And I mean, everybody had been, you know, trying to point me in different direction in life, not only with music, but in life in general, ever since I was a young kid. But I always say, you know, this is me. I do it my way. Fuck the rest, you know. And of course, when you have that approach, you're going to take lots of shit for it. But I can take the shit because nobody tell me what to do. I do it my way. That's the way it is. And it's the same with everything. Not only when it comes to music. It's like that with everything in my life. You know, nobody tell me what to do. I do it my way. You know, or I don't do it. It's quite simple. But it can be a very, you know, difficult way to live your life too. But that's how it is.
But it's
I got to do it my way, you know.
yeah, but you are happy because you did in those years, you did it your way. And right now, Dark Funeral is doing what they want to do, or we know that there are management, we know that we have to do that those tours that we are celebrating 30 years, 50 years, all the bands do it. But do you think that in musical in information and what the fans receive in the shows, Dark Funeral is doing what they want to do?
Exactly. We have never let anybody decide what we want to do or should do. There's been like people over the years who try to like, if you do this and that, it's going to be very good for the band. But if we feel like it's not right for us to do it, then we don't do it. As simple as that. And everybody in the business who have been working with me and the band for short or long terms, they know that's the way we work. It's not possible to force us into doing something we don't want to do. So people respect that, and you know, that's the way it is. That's why we also have so much, you know, understanding and respect to do it our way, because also it's the same, you know, if I tell the label this is what you're gonna get, you know they will get it. It's not empty talk. We keep our promises too, you know, and that's the way we want to, you know, run the band and do our thing, you know.
I think that Dark Funeral in those years and the other bigger bands that start black metal and means Emperor and Gorgoroth, the word that defines your music is freedom, because you decide to do your shit and be whatever happens. But do you think that freedom is the word that defines Dark Funeral in the original black metal?
Yeah, I mean, we didn't think about, gaining some commercial success or whatever. We did things our way, and yeah, it just blowed up right away. That was nothing we had in mind. We just, nobody knew when we started the band. We didn't tell anybody we actually existed as a band. We were rehearsing, without telling anybody. We were writing songs without telling anybody. We even booked a studio, went into the studio without telling anybody, and bam, the debut minus either were out, and nobody knew about it. And that's just, the way we wanted to do it. We just want to do, be totally free without any other input from, influences from anybody. And the only way to do it at that time was to keep it as a secret, and then just release it when it's done. Now, of course, the whole thing are way different, but I have the same approach about it.
What do you think is the big difference between the original Dark Funeral and the 2025 Dark Funeral in terms of mind, in terms that what do you expect, what do you feel, what do you think? What is do you think is the most difference, the more important difference?
I don't think. I mean, knowledge and life experience. Is of course or 90s was very chaotic. It was very chaotic in my life, and then also in the other guy's life. That's why we managed to create so much good chaos together. But then, when you have done things many years, you learn things. You learn, you learn how to write songs in a different way. You learn how to, challenge yourself in different ways and stuff like that. But still, I don't think, people who know me since before Dark Funeral and today, most people say you're the same as always. You haven't changed much.
Cool. Okay. Tell me.
So that's just, I am who I am, and I've always been me, and I haven't really changed much. But as a songwriter, of course, I have more knowledge, I have more life experience, and I've been traveling the world so many times. I have different life experience that, of course, change the way you write and think about certain stuff. But I'm still me, and I always will be me, no matter what.
And do you think that the war is going to change? Because there are so, if you put on the news, you see the war is going to chaos. Do you think it's happened? Because Dark Funeral normally sees the world in black. Do you think the world is blacker than in 90s?
Well, maybe it's blacker than in a different way.
Okay.
Now it's more lunatic crazy than just crazy, if you know what I mean. Now it's like a whole different level of craziness.
The crazies rule the world right now.
Yeah, I don't know what's fucking wrong. I mean, humans, I guess, are meant to destroy itself as a species.
Hey, you are the only founding member still in the band. Has your role changed over the years, and has kept you going?
No, nothing has really changed much in that way.
Okay. And now Hellhammer has been with Dark Funeral for a decade now. How has his presence influenced the band's sound and live performance?
I think, when he and I start writing music together, we find a really good, way of working, and it's hard to describe, but he's just a really great vocalist, and we managed to write some really good shit together. I think, I think the last two records we've written together is I think that it's just amazing, and we find a way to work, and I guess we're gonna keep on working the same way on the new record too.
New record. So what is what is the future? What is in the future of Dark Funeral? This tour, then you are going to release a new record, celebrate the Black Art 30 years. What are you thinking for the next years?
Well, when we're done touring and stuff, my focus is going to be on work on new music. So a new record is in priority. We got some festivals over the summer, but other than that, my focus will be on writing new music. But yeah, we've been touring so much the last couple of years, so it's time to slow down a little bit and focus on writing. And I have lots of stuff written already, and lots of ideas recorded in my cell phone that I think are really good. I was listening to them here a couple of days ago, and I was like, there's some really good stuff there. And also, every time I record some quick ideas, I hear how to develop them. So I have lots of stuff to work on. I just need to find the time, and right now there's no time.
Yeah. Okay. We are ending the interview, but I need. What message would you like to send to your Chilean fans ahead of the upcoming shows? Do say what you want to do to the fans.
Just make sure to be there. Dark Funeral is better and bigger than ever before. We're fucking delivering the songs on a whole different level than ever before. It feels like we are fucking stronger and better than ever. You don't want to miss this, and it's going to be fucking great to come back.
Okay, so thank you, Michael, for being here at Power of Metal.cl. Have a nice trip to Chile. Have a nice shows. The 4 shows will be awesome. And para los fans, no se pierdan a Dark Funeral en Chile, los 4 shows que está presentando. Thank you. Have a nice day.
Thank you, man. You too. Bye.
Bye.